Hello and welcome to this video, Hell and the Underworld. Traditionally, the underworld is known as Hell, and Hell is irrefutably linked to the idea or belief that the devil resides there. Hell is often depicted globally as a fiery hot place where demons of the dead are gathered. Hell is also depicted as a place of extreme torment for the soul because it is believed to be separated from the essence of God. Some 40 years ago, I wanted to know if the underworld actually existed, which was due to the often conflicting beliefs and ideas of people in general. From my experiences, I will give you an alternative understanding of Hell and the underworld. I sat down to meditate and connected to my main spirit guide and asked if there really was an underworld, and if so, how did it relate to hell? In the meditation, my main guide came to me, and before I could ask him the question, he said, "I can take you to the underworld, but I must warn you that you will find it difficult to bring anyone back from there into this realm." A second or two later, we were standing outside a broken down shack. I turned to my main guide, who gestured me to move along to the door of the shack. As I approached the door, I could see how neglected the shack was. I knocked on the door and waited to see if there was anyone in. No answer came. So I again knocked on the door in a stronger way to make sure that it would be heard by anyone inside. I waited for some moments before a croaky male voice called out, "Who's there?" I replied, "I have come to help you. Please open the door." "Go away, I don't want to see anyone," he replied. There was a large pause as I questioned myself on whether it was right to continue, and I felt it was, so I again knocked on the door and asked, "Please open the door. I have come to help you." There was another pause before I heard someone walking towards the door. The door opened slightly, and through the gap I could see a dishevelled old man who bent down towards the door with his right eye now looking out at me. He said, "Go away, I don't want any help," and he slammed the door in my face. I turned around and made my way back to my main guide, who said, It is often that souls find it difficult to leave the reality that keeps them here. I asked, is this really the underworld? Yes, it is. And it's not like the evil, fiery hell that many have been indoctrinated to believe it to be. As you can see, the underworld is not under the ground of Earth. It's an abstract dark dimension of energy that surrounds the world, which is just outside the Earth's aura. When physical death occurs, the soul naturally follows its way to heaven, and on that journey it first passes through the dark belt of the underworld and on into the light of the heavenly body. Some souls do not want to return to Earth and work on the negative karma and find it difficult to go into the light. This is why the man you have just offered to help did not want to come with you, because the fear of changing his ways was greater than the need to transform himself. So he will remain stuck in the realm of the underworld until he is willing to go into the light. Does this mean that there is no such thing as hell? That is true. Religion has created the idea of hell and the devil because at present they don't have the ability to see and understand the true reality of the abstract underworld and where it is. Buddhism has on one level understood darkness because they teach that when death comes, the soul must first pass through the darkness into the light. This is why the soul that you have tried to bring back could not go into the light, because the darkness within him was too strong to transform. He also did not want to transform any negative karma he has created. So all religious teachings about the devil and hell are not true. Well, in part, there is a darkness and evil on earth. What religion calls the devil, I call the ego. The ego is an energy that infiltrates the logical left hemisphere of the brain that continually tries to prevent the individual from raising its consciousness towards enlightenment. Religion has given it the identity of the devil that resides in hell, which is understandable from a logical perspective, because the logic of a large majority of people on earth is being controlled by the ego. Ego has also created different levels of fear, which is controlling the consciousness and continually tries to disempower the light of your soul, the very essence of your being. The underworld is full of souls that have chosen not to go into the light, to transform any darkness they hold. So, by following my spiritual practice, I will raise my consciousness and will eventually become ego-free. Yes, you will, because raising your consciousness awakens the intuitive right hemisphere of the brain, which increases the light frequency of the brain from the logical third dimension into the fourth and fifth dimensions. This awakens the higher senses, which is what ego does not want to happen, because the higher vibration of light also floods the logical left hemisphere with a higher vibration of light, which will reveal that one has an ego. This is why the ego cannot survive in any form of consciousness that resonates above the logical third dimension. You can recall that last month a man came to you for healing who immediately confessed that he was an ancient warlord. He wanted to change his ways and did not want to kill others and create more negative karma. He also said that a number of prior healers who had tried to heal him had mysteriously died, and you told him that you had no fear and would give him healing. I observed that in the healing you were shown how destructive a warlord he was, and that you called upon his soul to be released from any dark forces that possessed him. The healing was strong and effective, which changed his life, and 2 months later you heard that he had unexpectedly died. I can now tell you that his consciousness is no longer trapped by ego consciousness, and that during the process of death he passed through the darkness of the underworld and on into the light, which transformed his karma. Thank you for sharing. This guidance has helped to confirm the truth of what I have always felt inwardly. Blessings to you from my heart. With that, I slowly came back out of my meditation and opened my eyes. To summarize, the underworld is a dark, abstract dimension of energy that surrounds the world on the outside of the Earth's aura. Within the underworld, there are many demonic forms of darkness that have chosen not to return to Earth under karmic law, such as black witches, warlords, and demons. The devil is in fact the ego, which continually seeks to dominate the logical left hemisphere of the brain in an effort to prevent the consciousness from expanding into higher consciousness, a higher vibration of light. Souls that choose to reincarnate under karmic law will follow the path to transform any negative energy they hold within their energy fields, which includes ego consciousness. Karma was created to specifically transform ego consciousness. I thank you for watching and listening to this video. Peace, love and light, Ralph Jenkins.